Hey there, I'm Builder Karen. I'm gonna go off and build a house after this show is through.
Bonjour, je suis Monique. I am French.
Wait,
Wait,
so we're gonna sing our hello song now, and I think y'all know it. It's you can of course make some kind of a movement or a gesture when we say your name. You can say hi. You can say potato or dinosaur
oh, could they
kind of
say
word.
bonjour?
They could say bonjour. They could say konnichiwa. They could say anything they want to say. They could say marhaba. All we know all those ways to say hello, right? So anyway, we're gonna sing the hello song. I'm gonna put down my hammer so I can do some clapping. Hello everybody, yes indeed. Hello everybody, yes indeed. Hello everybody, yes indeed. Sing, children, sing. Hello, Isla, yes indeed. Hello, Carla, yes indeed. Hello, Charlotte, yes indeed. Sing, children, sing. Hello, Ella, yes indeed. Hello, Evie, yes indeed. Hello, Jack, yes indeed. Sing, children, sing. Hello, Kaito, yes indeed. Hello, Micah, yes indeed. Hello, Rafi, yes indeed. Sing, children, sing. Hello, Sophie, yes indeed. Hello, Tapiti, yes indeed. Hello, everybody, yes indeed. Sing, children, sing. Yay! Oh
Yay!
boy, over to
Bonjour,
Monique.
bonjour, everybody. I'm so glad to see you. Let's give ourselves a hug. Sending you all a hug. And how about a high five? Boop. And how about a fist bump? Boop. Yay. I'm going to take my hat off now because not a lot of things to talk about today. So welcome back to our spring Cottage Montessori class on TV. This is so much fun. I'm wondering if you noticed more things growing outside. The last time you went outside, had more of the buds sprouted into leaves? I wanted to show you the latest on the lettuce story. So you may remember that I started with just the bottom part of a head of romaine lettuce, and I put it in water, and look what's happening. Doesn't it look like there's a little head of lettuce growing out of the top? It's kind of amazing. It's getting really tall. Let's see, we can measure it next to my finger. It's up almost to the top of my first finger. I'm really excited about this. And still, all I have inside is water. And there's not even any roots. Isn't that interesting? I don't understand how it's doing that. It's just sucking up the water. There must be nutrients in the water that's going up into the lettuce to help it grow. So it just uses water and sunlight. The other thing that is the living creature that I've been trying to take care of for school, of course, I'm taking care of other living creatures, Mary and Safi and me, but the other living thing that we started together is the sourdough starter. It's brown, I think, because of the raisins that were in there, but I've been learning some new things about sourdough. So, what do we know about living things? What do they need? Right? They need some water, they need sun, and guess what else they need? Food. And I think part of the reason my sourdough hasn't been turning bubbly yet is that maybe it hasn't had enough food. So I did some reading and I did some research, which is what you guys might be doing when you're learning about new things. And it turns out I need to be putting some more flour in there to give it food to eat. I'm going to try using buckwheat flour, which is, the flour that we started with was wheat flour. That's one kind of grain. And that's fine. I don't have a lot of wheat flour, but I do have buckwheat flour, which sounds like wheat, but it's actually not. I think it's actually a seed. But you can use it to make what's called gluten-free. Some people might know about gluten-free. Carla, I think you know about gluten-free at your house. I'm going to add a couple of spoons, just regular teaspoon size, not anything serious, spoons into my jar of flour and water and raisins and see if this helps feed it a little bit. That's a big spoonful. Let's see, I'm going to do 2 like that. Whoa, it's like a mountain of buckwheat. And it goes. And I think I'm going to give it a little extra water too. Now, this isn't very scientific. When you're being a scientist, often you want to really measure everything and be super careful. But with this, I think, you know, we're just going to be creative. We want it to be still a very wet, kind of like batter inside. And I don't know if you can see, it's gotten a different color. It's more
it's so different.
And kind of speckly. And those speckles are part of what's part of buckwheat, is a little bit speckly. It actually smells really good now. So I think I might add just a little bit more water. Stir it up just a little bit more, just a tiny bit, so that it's still pretty liquidy. And we're going to see if this is enough to feed the starter. So I read somewhere that it can take maybe a week for your starter to grow. And this has been about 6 days. So it's almost how many days are in a week? Does anybody remember? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 7 days in a week. This has been 6 days. So we're going to see if in the next couple of days, now it's going to be the weekend when we're making this video. So today is actually a Friday. So we won't see for a few days what's been going on when we make the next movie. Maybe when we see each other again in the Zoom room. So I'm going to put the top back on with the cheesecloth so that air can get in. And I'm going to put it in a warm window because it sounds like putting it in the window in the sun is not a bad idea. It's not going to hurt it. It'll just help keep it warm.
That's what I was wondering. That's great that we can do that.
Yeah. So fingers crossed. That means that we really hope it's going to work. I'm going to close up my buckwheat. I like to roll it down to the bottom, and then I put a rubber band on it so it doesn't pop open. That's going to go back in my freezer to stay fresh, and we'll see what happens. I really hope that this turns into sourdough. We'll keep working, and if anybody's trying this at home, let us know how it's going and whether you figured out some techniques that really work.
Cool.
And I think, Karen, do you have anything that you want to tell us about anything that's growing at your house?
I don't, but I do have an activity for today. So we'll move on to that. Today we're going to be making tissue paper butterflies. And I think that some of us have made these before at Cottage Montessori, and other people have maybe made them on their own. But you know, we made caterpillars the other day out of egg cartons. So we're going to make a tissue paper butterfly today. So it'll be like our caterpillars grew into butterflies. Now, what I like to do is make a whoops! Oh no, my helmet fell down. My construction helmet. I'm just going to use a book to measure. And I decided that I was going to pick one of these colors, and then I decided, wow, they're all so beautiful. I think I'm going to just use all of them. So
wow, so you can use more than one piece of paper in each butterfly.
I'm making 3 layers of my butterfly. You know, sometimes when we do our Where Are the Froggies and Where Are the Caterpillars song, we say, what color butterfly were you? What color were your wings? And so my wings are going to be these 3 colors, a blue and a light pink and a deeper pink. Now I'm going to actually use a pencil because I'm not going to use a marker or a pen because I don't want to get any marker or pen on my nice book here. But you can make any size rectangle. to make your tissue paper butterfly. I decided I was going to make a cute little butterfly, just kind of small. So I am going to cut on the line. I want to make sure I get all 3 layers there. And
so when you pile up the paper, you can cut 3 at once.
isn't that cool? And you got to make sure you get all 3 though. I just missed the deeper pink one because I was not paying attention. Now, I'm going to cut across this way. Make sure that you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I've got all 3 layers now. I'm cutting.
Oh, and we can see that line where you're cutting. Yep.
Good. Good. All right. So now I've got my 3 little rectangles. And now you need a clothespin and, just a plain clip clothespin. It goes like this. And what I like to do is decorate my clothespin. You can decorate on both sides so you can look at your butterfly from both sides. And so I took mine and I decorated it just with marker. On one side, I just made like solid circles and then went around it with a different color for circles. And then on this side, I did zigzags. I wanted it to be different on both sides. And then on one side, I made a little face already. Little happy butterfly. So then what you're going to do is it's pretty simple, really. You just kind of scrunch your tissue paper in the middle. And it's almost like when we were doing the fans, or did we do another project where you went back and forth? I forget. But
I feel like we did.
Kind of like that, but you're scrunching. And you just want to make sure that the wings stay open and you're not scrunching them up. And then all you have to do is just pinch them with your clothespin. Just pinch them all the way in there. And you can put it as far as, I like to spread it out a little bit. There we go. Hey, you know what? I decided I like it this way better. You can do that. You can just change it if you want to. I decided I like these colors better with my pink wings and these colors better with my blue wings.
Oh, that's fun.
Now, I think we will have a double-sided butterfly, but this guy needs a face. And I'm going to do little dots for the middle of his eyes. And then I'm going to do big circles around the outside of his eyes. I'm giving him a little bit bigger eyes.
It's almost like he's wearing glasses.
This butterfly is kind of nearsighted. He has to wear glasses. And the only other thing that I'm going to do to this guy, as soon as I can find it, is, I dropped my pipe cleaner. And I'm going to give him antennae. And it makes it pretty easy because there's a part in your clothespin where you open it up, where there's kind of
Karen, can you twist it down a little bit? Oh, there we go. Now we can see.
Kind of it's almost a circle when it's closed. And if you put your pipe cleaner, this guy's too long, so I'm going to cut it in half. So maybe I can make another butterfly later. But if you put your pipe cleaner into that circle area, then you can put up the antennae like this. I try different spots. I think sometimes I like it on the top. Yes. Sometimes I like to bend the ends down, and he can fly away. He can fly away on the side. So that's just a very easy way to make yourself a little tissue paper butterfly for the spring.
I bet you could even decorate your windows with butterflies.
Yes. Now, I thought you were going to say the next thing I was going to say, which was you can also decorate your wings.
Oh, yes.
You could certainly draw with marker on your wings if you're careful. Tissue paper can tear if you're not careful, but if you're careful, you should be able to draw it. And yes, wouldn't it be nice to have, I've got a window right here. Wouldn't it be nice to have some butterflies? Ooh, look at the way the sun shows through it.
Ooh, I like that.
Butterflies in our windows would be a neat thing to do. Very cool. All right. It is time for us to do a little bit of circle time. And I'm going to start out with everybody do this, but with little tiny movements. We usually do big ones like everybody do this. We're going to do small ones today and see if you can follow along. Everybody do this, do this, do this. Everybody do this, just like Karen. I almost felt like a fish just then. Everybody do this, do this, do this. Everybody do this, just like Karen. See what else we could do. Oh, I know. Everybody do this, do this, do this. Everybody do this, just like Karen. Everybody do this, do this, do this. Everybody do this, just like Karen.
That's fun to sing along with.
I like making that noise. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? I like it too.
You sing a song and I'll sing a song and we'll sing a song together. You sing a song and I'll sing a song in rain or sunny weather. You clap hands and I'll clap hands and we'll clap hands together. You clap hands and I'll clap hands in rain or sunny weather. Let's see if I can make a drum sound. You pound the table and I'll pound the table and we'll pound the table together. We'll pound the table and I'll pound the table. We'll pound the table together. It's time for an echo song. You ready, Monique?
I'm ready.
All right. This morning in my garden.
This morning in my garden.
I saw a lovely thing.
I saw a lovely thing.
It was a yellow daffodil.
It was a yellow daffodil.
I really saw one. And now I know it's spring.
And now I know it's spring.
This morning in my garden.
This morning in my garden.
I saw a lovely thing.
I saw a lovely thing.
It was a cheery robin.
It was a cheery robin.
And now I know it's spring.
And now I know it's spring.
Oh, this morning in my garden. I almost forgot this one. This morning in my garden.
This morning in my garden.
I saw a funny thing.
I saw a funny thing.
You guys all know what it's going to be? It was a wiggly worm.
It was a wiggly worm.
And now I know it's spring.
And now I know it's spring. Oh, I'm so glad we did the wiggly worm.
I know, I would hate to forget about him. Tira-lira-lira, in the spring, orioles and robins sweetly sing. From their leafy branches you may hear, tira-lira-lira, spring is here. I'm going to do a different kind of dance party today, and it's with some music that I think you all know and that we have danced to before. It's not quite as wild a dance party. It's more of a soft and gentle dance party. Does that sound familiar? Oh, it's beautiful. I love that music.
You know what's extra fun about that one for me, Karen? Some of the time I wanted to dance, and some of the time I wanted to conduct the orchestra.
I saw you conducting the orchestra. That's great. That's something we can do too. Something you can do at home. You can dance. You can just listen to the music. You can conduct the orchestra. You can play instruments with it. I love that. Oh my goodness. Well, I have a book today, and it's actually a real book. It's not a computer online book. And I thought it was appropriate for this time of year. It's called The Most Wonderful Egg in the World. And I'm going to try to put our video on speaker view, and we'll see what happens. I know it doesn't look like that for Monique and me, but when we listened to the video, it turned out that it was showing like that. The most wonderful egg in the world. So I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to show you the picture. The most wonderful egg in the world. Once upon a time, a long time ago, 3 hens were quarreling about which one of them was the most beautiful. I think you can see that. You see the 3 hens?
You can.
Dottie had the most beautiful feathers. Stocky had the most beautiful legs. And Plumie had the most beautiful crest. Since they could not settle their quarrel among themselves, they decided to ask the king for his advice. You can see there's the sign that shows them which way to go to see the king. What you can do is more important than what you look like, said the king. Whichever one of you lays the most wonderful egg, I will make a princess. There's the king. He went out into the palace park and followed by all of the hens in his kingdom. Dottie preened her beautiful feathers before settling herself in the wet grass. It was not long before she cackled, stood up, and stepped aside. Wow, look at all those hens going there to see what's going to happen. And then Dottie is, and she stood up, and everybody was speechless. There lay an egg, snow white, spotless, and perfectly shaped. The eggshell shimmered like polished marble. This is the most perfect egg I have ever seen, cried the king. And all the hens nodded. Just perfect white egg. Then it was Stocky's turn. Everyone felt a little sorry for her. They knew she could not lay a more perfect egg. It was impossible. After 10 minutes, Stocky cackled, got up, and stretched her legs proudly in the morning sun. Let's see what her egg looked like. The king clapped his hands for joy. There lay an egg of such size and weight that even an ostrich would have been jealous. Ostriches lay the biggest eggs that we know of. This is the biggest egg I've ever seen, cried the king. And all of the hens nodded. Whoa, big egg. While they were still nodding, Plumie settled herself carefully on the ground. Everyone felt extremely sorry for her. They knew she could not lay a more perfect or bigger egg. It was unthinkable. Modestly, with cast-down eyes, she sat there. Everybody's thinking, what will she do? What will she do? And they're watching her. Then, with only a small cackle, She got up to reveal an egg that would be talked about for the next 100 years. Before them lay a square egg. Each side was straight as if drawn with a ruler, and each surface shone in a different color. This is indeed the most fantastic egg I have ever seen, cried the king. It almost looks like a Rubik's Cube. And all the hens nodded. Oh my goodness, that's just amazing. It was impossible to say which egg was the most wonderful, so the king decided that all three hens, Dottie, Stocky, and Plumie, should all be made princesses. You can see on the wall there are pictures of their most wonderful eggs there. And let's see if I can go a little here. And from that day to this, they have been the best of friends and have happily gone on laying extraordinary eggs. The end. Oh, I like that because everyone was special. Very nice. Well, that is the end of our class today. I'm so glad you could join us and have a wonderful spring day. It's probably very nice outside. Unless it's raining, we don't know what. We're actually, you might not know this, but we are making a video today, and it is a couple weeks right now today before you're going to see our video. So that's kind of interesting, but have fun, do whatever you like, maybe do some baking, do some crafts, do some dress up, do some dancing, singing, and whatever you decide to do, have a wonderful day. See you next time.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.